Hello Antique and Garden Showcase friends, and welcome back to the channel. I wish I had some content today that was something new, something great, something wonderful. Today, I hate to say it, it's going to be more of the same. You know, we started out the spring here rainy. Okay, let's get a dry day, mow the yard. That was almost 2 months straight. Now the whole thing has completely flipped here in Kentucky 6B gardening zone. We are hot, we are humid, and we need rain so bad. It is so dry here. All that I'm doing is sitting here watering, running the drip system, watering. The drip system is running 3 times a day. It waters in the morning, it waters midday to keep the plants going, and it's watering every night. And right now I've got the sprinkler system on the driveway island, watering that. I've just, the new weeping white spruce I put in on the east side, I'm watering that. I really need rain to settle some of that dirt that I'm putting in too over there, and we just can't get it. And I know now that I've said that, we'll probably end up getting a torrential flood, and I'll probably be chasing the dirt over the hill. You know how it goes. It's feast or famine a lot of times with gardening and weather. But yeah, it's kind of where we're at. But there's one plant around here that's loving every minute of it. And it's kind of what this channel started with back a long time ago. Brought a lot of viewers in when Laura on Garden Answer featured the caladiums that I had started here. So I'm going to feature a few caladiums in the yard. So back to revisit the driveway island. In the driveway island this year, I have the Tickle Me Pink caladiums, and this is really beautiful right now. It is watering, as you can see. The sprinklers are on. I've got the Tickle Me Pink caladiums. They do look a little rough. I need to get in here and trim. One thing that happens to the caladiums that are full sun, after a while they will almost get like Swiss cheese and burn. And I go in and trim these off. I just have not had the time to do that, so that the new leaves, the really pretty ones, will start coming out. And the cannas in here are beginning to do a lot better. They would do really great if we had some rain. And the Proven Winners Mini Vista Whites are just, they're showstoppers. I love that little compact look that they have and make a pretty border. But yeah, the bees and things are loving the verbena up here, and a lot of times there's butterflies. I don't see any tonight. It's probably too hot. The other night I turned these sprinklers on, and it's not funny. I mean, the birds around here were running through the sprinklers just to cool off. Tiny little sparrows and things, just, I mean, that's literally how hot it is. They're looking for anything. And you can tell even here, the yard is browning really bad down the driveway. I've not mowed this week just to, you know, keep from burning the grass and whatever else, but this spot's really getting bad. And I noticed some others over here that are starting to turn brown in the front, but you know, you can't water everything, and we just hope for a little bit more rain. But let's take a trip up to the front here. We have the Florida Red Ruffles caladiums. They're doing really well there. All these plants need a little grooming. They actually really do need a little downtime. You know, all plants benefit from having a cool day and a shady day now and then to kind of regain and whatever. These plants have not had it, and I mean, you can kind of tell it. They're beginning to look like, okay, give me a break. I need to recoup, give me some fertilizer. You know, even the Proven Winners petunias here are looking pretty sad on this wall, but this wall is hot. I mean, it gets full sun all day. So anyway, let's take a look at the caladiums on the front porch are the Radiants. Flanking both sides of the front door, I do have Radiants in the urns this year, and along with the Dichondra Silver Falls. This makes a really pretty entrance, both of these urns right here. And Radiance was the first caladium of the Proven Winners series that I bought that was the full sun to part shade. Now, when I was featured by Laura on Garden Answer, I had the Tickle Me Pinks in here. So this is a little bit different color contrast. And anyway, if you hear noise, that's the drip system kicking on again. I hear everything around me starting up. So anyway, Radiance, really pretty. One of the leaves over here were just like almost blood red the other night. Really pretty colors. So if I have to still pick one thing that I like the best in the yard right now, it's going to be these two urns. They seem to always do well in this location, and it's just a great combination. I love the caladiums here because I don't have falling blooms and things and mess to clean up on the front porch. I've had begonias in here before. They look beautiful, but with the beauty comes the dropping buds and the mess and the constant daily cleanup. And that's why I first went with caladiums. And it's why I go with them every year, because right here, you don't want to be tracking stuff into the house, but you want that nice splash of color. And that's exactly what you get with these. So an up close of the Florida Red Ruffles. Florida Red Ruffles is one from the Monrovia Nursery series. It's not a proven winners. This one I purchased at a local garden center a couple of years ago, and I've kept it year after year. This one right now could actually use a little cleaning as well. Some of the older leaves are starting to get spent, and it seems like when they come back out, the newer leaves get a little bit smaller, and especially with this heat like it is right now, the growth is not what they should be. But then again, I've not had the chance to get out here and really give them a little boost of plant fertilizer or anything this year. Yeah, I know I'm neglecting things bad, but that's what happens when you're also working 9 to 5, cataloging and appraising. You do what you can in the time that you have left. But daylilies really pretty right now. I wanted to go to the daylily farm in a neighboring county. They sent out their invitations, but I've not had a chance to do that. But even these, look at this. This early in the season, they look like fall of the year. And I've not been running water to these, but I probably should be, because they're really getting crispy. And look at all this crispy, dead, they're shedding leaves in order to have blooms because of the weather around here. And yeah, it's really that bad. It's weedy. Don't look at the weeds everywhere. Geraniums in here, they got a late start, but they're starting to finally come out. Yeah, I could be called a gardening fail this year almost with some of these things. It's not my typical, but anyway, it does from a distance. It still has a nice look. So you're getting a little up close and personal with the issues going on here with the heat, but you're also getting to see some pretty colors. When I was a teacher and I taught for 11 years, these two lilies right here were a gift from my students. This one's called Jungle Beauty, and this one was called Pandora's Box. And I taught drama classes and music, and my stage crew got me gift certificates to the garden center because they knew I love flowers and whatever else. So I bought these two, and I've kept them for many, many years here and transplanted them different places, but I like the combination together. I think that's a neat color and reminds me of days of having really good students. This one was one of the first ones I ever had, and it's more like a trumpet lily on a daylily plant. It's called Mr. Lincoln, and I just love that bigger, almost kind of deep-throated lily look there on a daylily. And some of these I have no idea what the names are, because when we had a farm, my mom and I went on we spotted some daylilies at an old homestead that was on our farm, and we went on a daylily dig and just dug up a bunch of these things, and just a bunch of random colors. We have no idea what the names are, but we loved them and put them out here. All right, so that's a little bit about the front. Let's go do something else. One tool that I love is the metal garden hose. And I picked this one up. I think it was in like the As Seen on TV section in one of the stores, and then I liked it so well I went back and bought others. I had tried some of those expandable hoses that were supposed to be lightweight, and I've tried the bigger, heavier hoses that are not supposed to kink, and I've never had a hose, well, I won't say I've never had a hose reel. I had one of those generic ones one time, but I've never really had the want to put up a hose reel that I have to take in and out and have another bulky product. But I love this. This is very lightweight, even though it's metal, and it's sturdy, and it's very flexible. and I use it to run the hose over. I don't have water over to the driveway island, so I have to hook this up and onto a connection over there to water, and it makes it really simple. And I do like it. It's lightweight, it's durable. I use it for that. I use it to wash cars. I use it to do all kinds of work around the house. It's just a very versatile product, and they're a little pricier, but you know, I think they're worth it. And if you don't mind winding up a hose, this is the best way to go that I've found. Those expendable hoses, I'm telling you what, if I've had one blow up underneath of me while washing a car, I've had 4 or 5. And it's a, it's a horrible experience when it happens, let me tell you. Well, I know this video is kind of all over the place tonight, and so am I. I'm over on the east side now, looking at the east side project, or lack thereof. From what I've done the other day, there's really been no change, but I do want to discuss a couple of things over here. So back to this side, you know, relatively, you know, I've not moved anything. Nothing has been added on. I was hoping for rain just so I could see what settles. And actually, we've had a couple of small showers. Nothing huge. Nothing to break this dry spell, drought-like thing that we're in. But I can already tell right in here, this was the low spot. And as it's set here, I can see that this is getting lower again. I'm gonna have to add more dirt in here. I'm gonna have to also add more around this way. And I'm beginning to wonder if I have enough here. You know, I've worked through the better part of this pile of dirt, which was just like those two down there. And beginning to think that maybe I might have to have some more brought in here. I really don't want to, but yeah, I think that's going to be the scenario here, and I hope to get these things carted off this weekend. If nothing else, they'll be out of the way. But it's pointless right now to even try to sow grass seed. I was thinking about trying to sow and straw and water. Well, I mean, I would have a better success rate right now of throwing grass seed into my air fryer oven in the kitchen to get it to germinate than I would out here. I mean, you can still see the burn tracks and stuff from where we had the equipment and things in here to remove the trees. Yeah, nothing's gonna thrive out here. I could even sit out here with a hose and water 24/7, and it's probably not going to look that much better right now. So try to keep things under control as much as I can until this weather breaks, and then we're going to get this side done more. But one thing that has come out, and I will say this, I was actually considering moving this hydrangea. It was a proven winner's one for more of a sun area, but after we took these trees out, as you can see, this poor lily's suffering burn really bad. I've got to get it out of there. This also burned, but the new growth that's coming out is tolerant, and the new growth that's coming out is blooming. We are budding here. This is the first time this thing has ever tried to bloom, and it's been too shaded. So I'm thinking I'm going to let it do its blooming, and then I'm going to give it a nice trim and leave it alone. It's established. I've got an established oak leaf. I bought 2 more oak leaves, and I think I'm going to put one in the middle, one up here, get this lily out into the shade, and then I'll have a backdrop in here for whatever I want to do out here. And even if that includes putting in some sort of garden urn right here, or some sort of whatever, you know, to break this up a little bit, it will work. So yeah, I'm really happy to see success with this one after the trees have come out. So, you know, that was kind of unexpected, but I think having these nicely established already, even though they're not the same variety, will still look good. Well, sorry this is short this week. I'm going to wrap it up here because I've had a long day. This has been a very long day. We had an auction pickup today in the neighboring county, a very large auction, 6 hours of pickup in the heat, 91 degrees, and heat index and humidity and all the stuff. Been outside all day, running cash register, greeting people, getting invoices done, all that good stuff. So I'm tired. I'm ready to call it a night. I've got my watering done, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you soon in the next one. Hopefully we'll have some rain and some better things. Bye.